so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what deep mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they pay, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, it's time for Super Bowl.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl. .54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Washington Redskins taking on a second NFC team, the Seattle Seahawks. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a... full head of steam.
Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Buying time to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And the shovel pass to the running back, goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working from the gun, Keenum. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it's going to be 2nd down. And a quick look. Washington's offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
What we hear so often.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. With the 1st touchdown of this Super Bowl. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the 1st points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got the tight end, Vanette, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Keenum now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. First carry for Darius Geis. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board. this first quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And his throw here's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. First and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he'd want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh would have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he's taken down but able to slip. Across the 35.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run it with Carson. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. 8-6 the score after 1. On 3rd down, Wilson dancing to his left. He's got Lockett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now Case Keenum in the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice. And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, Carson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. And that one was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for two, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Josh Doxson and company heading back on the field now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. Geis with a carry on second down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A toss play. This is Peterson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So true. So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll run for it. Geis. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Ryan Kerrigan, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And now we look at Josh Doctson. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an...
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Back to throw, Keenan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Geis. Stays on his feet. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
And we got to look at it here, but hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 4.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They toss it left side to Peterson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, Peterson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it down. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Peterson a first down and more. Touchdown, Washington! Adrian Peterson, 33 yards, and the Redskins have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Here's Carson, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cassius Marsh just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Open man, it's Madden. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back of the 29. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now it's Lockett. And out now come the Seahawks. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson's pass complete to Van Ness. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Keenum, and this one complete to Reed. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's not going to get me.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. But now it's 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. On 4th down, Keenum. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cassius Marsh. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. He'll run it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Wilson steps away. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The quarterback run has eaten him up all. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and long. It's Keenan. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Geis. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Again, Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, dancing to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson being chased out left. It's complete to Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Wilson wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lead, yeah, a little extra on top.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2, so sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And wins the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sport.